Yo, what's up guys? In today's video I got a bunch of Chicago Bulls news and rumors, specifically about the NBA draft that is about a month away now. In today's video I'm going to be talking about the NBA draft, breaking it down, and talking about the possibility of the Chicago Bulls keeping the 18th overall draft pick, or if they do decide to move it, maybe with Coby White for maybe a proven veteran to win now. But either way, before I jump into today's video, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Also leave a quick like below today's video. It takes a second and it helps me out a lot, and some comments and questions below today's video talking about the NBA draft if you guys want the Chicago Bulls to keep that draft pick or trade it. Also, check out my last video if you guys missed it. I was talking about how Lonzo Ball was spotted in LA working out the other day. I gave a little update on him, and I was talking about how TJ Warren could be a free agent target for the Chicago Bulls in this upcoming offseason. But either way, let's just jump right into today's video, because Casey Johnson did put out his, I'd say, weekly mailbag just the other day, and a Bulls fan did ask him a question about the NBA draft. And the question was, draft day is approaching. It is about a month away. I can't believe it. Time has been flying this year. But either way, the NBA draft for this year is Thursday, June 23rd. I'd say that's about a month away. I'm going to be talking about and making a bunch of videos breaking down potential draft picks for the Chicago Bulls for the next few weeks. But either way, a Bulls fan did ask him a question. What do you think the front office is thinking? Do we want to use the 18th pick or possibly trade it for like a win now player or maybe a 3-and-D type player? He continued and he said, I feel like with a healthy Zach, Lonzo Ball, and DeMar DeRozan and cast, it's a win now situation. And I do agree with that. It's a tough situation. The Bulls are kind of in a tricky situation. I mean, the Bulls front office and all the players seem to believe that this Bulls front office is going to run it back next season. But either way, AK was asked pretty much his draft plans and offseason plans just about a week or two ago in his end of exit interview. And AK responded about a question surrounding the NBA draft, and he said, depends who gets there, if you like him or not. I think there are going to be players that we like. There are different options. If there are players that we like, we're going to look at everything. Obviously, a lot of draft capital put this team together with the sign and trades for DeMar, Lonzo, and then the trade for Vucevic last year. AK did continue, and he said there were a ton of great things and positive things this year. In order to bring in players, that's what you got to do. But we're going to be flexible. Like you described, the front office is pretty aggressive, so we're going to have to look at everything. And it covers pretty much everything, AK said. I mean, I think it's obvious this Bulls team is open to trading that draft pick. But in my personal opinion, the Bulls have been making a lot of trades. And like the front office does believe and has said many times, they plan to run it back. I just believe a small little retool is going to happen this offseason. And I believe the Chicago Bulls should keep this draft pick, because Casey Johnson did continue in this mailbag. And, I do understand the Bulls are kind of in a win now situation. But at the same time, the Bulls need to think about life after DeMar DeRozan. I hate to already say that, but he is getting up there in age. I don't want to take any shots at DeMar. He had an MVP caliber season last year, but I'm going to be real. I don't expect him to keep up that level of play. I mean, if he does, hey, I won't complain, but just next year, I'd rather have Zach be the number one and continue to see his game continue to get better and grow and develop. Obviously, if he does re-sign with the Bulls, like I do expect him to. But like I just said, I want the Bulls to keep this draft pick because I trust this front office. I mean, even if they do trade it, I trust them no matter what. I mean, the Bulls' last two draft picks were big hits. I still am really high on Patrick Williams. I mean, he's still super young, and especially the hit on Ayo. Sure, the Bulls did get lucky. I'd say, fell into the second round, but either way, both those players were huge picks in my opinion. So definitely let me know below today's video if you guys want the Chicago Bulls to keep that draft pick. And if you guys do, let me know who you guys want the Bulls to draft with the 18th overall draft pick. Or if you guys want the Bulls to trade the pick, who would you guys want the Bulls to target or something like that below today's video. I've already talked about this tweet before in past videos. I'm going to throw it up again. And here's 5 draft prospect names for the 18th overall draft pick if the Chicago Bulls do decide to keep the draft pick. I plan to make a future video really deep diving into all these prospects. I'm only going to probably talk about one in today's video, but I'll make sure to throw up this tweet and everything like that. And if the Bulls do decide to keep this draft pick and Mark Williams is there at the 18th overall draft pick, I believe he's a name to keep an eye on. I believe he would fit amazing with this Bulls roster. Let me know below today's video what you guys think about the Bulls possibly drafting Mark Williams. I believe he'd be a great pick at 18th overall. In most NBA mock drafts, he is about, I'd say, in the middle of the NBA draft to late, I'd say, NBA draft in the first round. You know, Mark Williams is a 7-foot center. He does weigh 240 pounds. He played for Duke. You know, let me just say, this man is everything the Chicago Bulls need. He's very athletic, good size, good defense, very strong. He has some solid quickness. I'd say he's pretty NBA ready. He's a great rebounding center, and he has a lot of potential in my opinion. And like I just said, he's not the best jump shooter. He definitely needs to work on his jump shot and his post skills, but other than that, he's an amazing athletic freak for the Chicago Bulls. I mean, for this past season for Duke, he played really solid in about 24 minutes a night. He did average about 11 points per game. Also about 8 total rebounds, and assists, a steal, and almost 3 blocks per game for Duke. And he also shot about 72% from the field. He is not a three-point shooter at all, which definitely kind of hurts. I feel like in the NBA, almost everyone needs to be a three-point shooter. But I feel like if we do draft him, he would be a perfect backup for Vuce. And I feel like backup centers really don't need to shoot the three ball. And his NBA comparison is Clint Capella, and I believe that's a great comparison. I mean, he's a still very young developing center. He's a rim runner, rim protector with amazing size and amazing athleticism. If he's still available at the 18th overall draft pick, I would want the Chicago Bulls to draft him. Let me know your thoughts about him below today's video. And the final topic in today's video is just a quick little update on the Portland Trailblazers draft pick that the Chicago Bulls do own. Obviously, the Bulls did not get that draft pick for this upcoming draft. For the Bulls to get this Portland Trailblazers draft pick, I'm just going to keep it short and simple. The Blazers have to make the NBA playoffs. It's that simple. If they make the playoffs, the Bulls will get that draft pick. And this pick is also protected until 2028, which means, obviously, it didn't convey this season. The Bulls will have a chance to get that extra first-round draft pick all the way up until the 2028 NBA draft. And fortunately, the chances of the Trailblazers being that bad for that long feels very slim, especially with this update and news that just came out. I mean, just the other day, the Portland Trailblazers did promote a new GM, and he said he plans to work this offseason with Damian Lillard and build around him. And this is huge news for the Chicago Bulls. Building around Dame is great news. You know, the Blazers are more likely to make the playoffs before 2028 if they do decide to stick with Damian Lillard instead of blowing it up. So this means the lotto protected draft pick they owe Chicago is more likely to convey in then maybe next year or so, or possibly down the road, and it'll have better trade value in as a result as well. So that's huge. That's a big update. That's great to see. Hopefully the Blazers do make the playoffs next year and the Bulls do get this draft pick. But either way, I'm sure the Bulls will get a first round lottery pick before 2028 in my opinion. But either way, thank you guys for watching today's video and all the love on the channel. Thank you guys for watching today's video. Have a good one.